You are now listening to Live a Life of Power, Violence.
Welcome, everybody, to the third To Live a Lie podcast. We're podcasting remotely due to the COVID-19 outbreak, which is new since the last podcast. We have four of us in here. There might be two other people joining. I'm Will from To Live a Lie Records. I sing for Tired of Everything. Who else is signed in here?
Eli from Tired of Everything. I play drums.
I'm Tommy from CJ, you want to go?
Nope.
I'm Tommy from I run No Time Records, and I front Time X Cube and Corrupt Vision.
I'm CJ from Shirley Road Records, Leachate, Locust Reign, Self-Termination, Blood Note, and Greasy Grindfest.
It's quite a stack of things there.
Yeah, I think that's everything. I'm probably missing something, but we're just going to roll with that. Oh, sometimes I'm in Junt.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. 6.5 things there.
Well, since you guys were talking about Greasy Grindfest a second ago, I can't remember if we covered it on the podcast yet. Maybe you have some highlights. I'm bad with time. It was back in January, right?
It was February 22nd, 2 days after my birthday, so that's how I remember it. Overall highlights for me were, the obvious answers of getting to see all the bands, but getting to see all the homies and just act stupid. I had some longtime friends of mine come up from Wilmington for it, and I don't know. It's hard to pick one thing, just because for me, anytime I get to see a new band that I've been to, I'm like, oh yes, finally get to cross them off my list. But if any of them had to take the cake, it was probably it's a toss-up between seeing Brain Toilet for the first time and seeing that rare 5-piece Junt combo, because they just haven't done a 5-piece set before. And it was just so filthy and stupid. And I was so about it.
Yeah, I thought they had a really good set. Were they intermingling 3-6 Mafia before they played, or was that in the middle of their set?
Oh, that was during their set. I think that was their first or second show with Vasia from Pathogenesis, Basora, Self-Termination, Rails, and probably something else I'm forgetting. And I remember the day before he was showing me the samplers that he had. He's like, dude, we're going to be playing 3-6 Mafia the whole time. I'm like, that's way cooler than what my band's about to do.
Yeah, I was stressing out that Eli wasn't there. I'm like, damn, Eli would be, because over the PA they were playing at 3-6 Mafia stuff all night.
Yeah, that's sick. Good. I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, absolutely. It was one of those things where right when the night started, we were like, in-house music, we're just going to play the sounds of Memphis.
Honestly,
no one wants to hear grindcore before grindcore. Memphis all day.
Yeah, that's the same kind of shit I would do. I've thought about that as well. If I'm in charge of a show, I'm playing what I want to play in between,
Yeah.
And it'll probably be some Memphis or Houston or something, some good shit.
I used to go.
No, you go.
I'm gonna let someone else go because I'm terrible at interrupting, so I'll let someone else go.
Well, Tommy's been quiet. Were there any fests on your side of the U.S. right before the outbreak?
Right before. Oh, I'm trying to think. I think because just such January and February is such a dead time for touring bands, that it's more of you get a lot more fests in the summer. So I don't think too many things or too many things happened this year before all this shit broke down. I think the biggest thing to get shut down was obviously Zesta Grande, which I think would have been probably one of the best things to happen in this millennium in regards to like power violence and like grindcore. I can't think of anything else, at least in the States, that would come close to what Gabe was trying to do.
Did you go to the first one?
Yeah, so I went with my partner up to the first one. I went to the first 2 days, and it was a lot. But with it happening at Gilman, the person running sound there, Mari, who's one of my best friends, like made sure that shit ended on time, because they did the dueling sets, or they did that someone set up on the stage and then someone set up on the floor, and they just kept going back and forth. So like when one band ended, one started like immediately, and it just did like that the whole night. So there wasn't too much downtime I think they ran through like 14 acts in like 6 hours or something crazy like that. Like they ran that shit like a clock. Because with Gilman, it has to be done by I think 10 or 10:30, and they can't go over at all, because otherwise the city's just going to come straight down. So all their shows have to end early.
Yeah.
Which, coming from like when you go to show in LA, that shit can go till like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, because they don't fucking care.
Honestly, it's the same kind of shit at some of the punk shows here too. They'll
Yeah.
start at fucking 10:30.
Show starts at 9.
Yeah, it starts at 9 minutes. Usually it'll start at 10:15. But AJ messaged me back. I don't know. He's asking if it's too late to try. I said no. We just started.
Yeah, just jump in.
Yeah, I'm just trying to just jump in. Man. Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm a fan of when shows end early. I love a good old Sunday matinee. Show up at 3, man. You're home by 8. Best.
See, I feel the same way, but I don't know, man. Sometimes I'll go to like hardcore shows, like more of the like Triple B type bands, and their shows start at like 5 or 6 p.m. and I'm like, all right, I'm just getting off work right now. I need like 2 minutes to chill here, you know? But it can go both ways, because I got to get up for work at like fucking 5 a.m. anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Being from Orange County, we're just so used to everything having to end so like early. Like the latest I think I've ever seen a spot in LA go, or in Orange County go, is like 11 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
And that's usually like some of the bigger clubs can get away with it, like the Observatory. Like I've got out of shows there at like 1 or 2 in the morning, but like if you're doing like a DIY show in Orange County, that shit's got to be done by like 10.
Yeah.
I think here, specifically in Raleigh, there's a lot of service industry that gets out at 9:30, goes home, and can't be out for a show until 10 or 10:30.
Hello?
What's up, AJ?
What's up, son?
Hey, what's up?
We're about maybe 10 minutes in. You want to introduce yourself, even though you've been in the first 2 episodes since we were kids?
I am AJ. I am formerly a DJ at WKNC 88.1 Raleigh, doing hardcore station with our other host Dylan, and I'm also the drummer for Fading Signal.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe if we go back through, you've heard my voice, Will Butler, To Live a Lie. Who else we got here to let AJ know who he's talking to?
Fucking Eli.
What's up, Eli?
What's up, man?
Hi, I'm Tommy. I'm not from North Carolina. I run No Time Records, and I front a grindcore ska band called Corrupt Vision.
What's up, man? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And I'm CJ. We're Facebook friends. But
I think we met briefly at some show.
There's
somewhere.
a good chance. I'm just so. I have a fish brain, I swear, because I cannot remember, what I had for breakfast, let alone people's names.
I think I bought that Nicholas F tape from you.
that's what Eli was saying, like, right before you joined on. I was like, that sounds about right. I think I remember doing that.
Yeah, it was at the Maywood, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
He remembers you being tall, though.
Yeah.
I was thinking of someone else. What up?
Yeah.
What are you doing to me right now?
So, recap, we talked about Greasy Grindfest, which CJ put on. Then Tommy was giving us the lowdown on Zesta Grande being canceled this year, last year's Zesta Grande, and we're talking about how late shows go in North Carolina versus, I guess, Orange County shows are over at 11 normally.
Gotta
So
go to bed.
you're caught up now.
I think, are we still talking about how late shows go?
Yeah.
I think it depends on the venue sometimes. But definitely have been to shows in Greensboro that have gone on past midnight, like well past midnight, and a couple in Raleigh too.
I feel like I've been to bunker shows that it's like 11:30 or not 11:30, like 1:30 that it gets over. Like they push the main band and it's like 12-ish and I start to tap out at midnight just because I wake up at 8 or I have to be at work at 8 every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite thing about the bunker is that they put be there 9 p.m. sharp and then they don't start till 11.
Hey, that's how you do it.
Dude, that last time we played there fucking was rough, man. I fucking had to be at work at 5:30 the next day, and we played it.
Oh yeah.
We played at like 10:30 or so. What's up, Dylan? Are you on?
It says he's connecting to audio, so he'll probably start talking in a moment.
Thought I heard him. Yeah.
We'll have to do a recap for him as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know
Yeah.
if
We can edit it out.
I know the first time that I had been to the bunker was the first time Leachate played there. And we had never played Raleigh before. And we were told heads on, yeah, you're going to be the first band to go on. Okay, cool. We get there. Actually, you're the last band to go on, and you're getting on at like 2. I'm like,
I would. Oh,
this is
I would have just left.
I would have
like, man, fuck this.
Will, it was that show we played together with Occident, Argas, Visu, and maybe someone else.
Oh, was that Burnout? Or, no, that was
Burnout was a different set of bands. Burnout was with Escuela and someone else.
I remember
Yeah.
Visu. I don't remember who else was there though.
CJ, was that the time that fucking DOC played? Didn't DOC?
No, I'm looking at it right now because it was. I have a list of every show, just about every show I've been to. It was my 296th show. April 28th, 2018. Yep, Leachate, Visu, Argas, Sludge Muffin, Occident.
Okay.
It was something. That's what I was thinking.
It was so fucking late. Like, I don't think that Leachate got home because we went back to Wilmington that night, and I don't even think we got back until close to like 4 in the morning. It just one of those instantly pass out the second you walk through the door.
Yeah.
We really wanted to play with Haggis, and the only show that we were able to get on was this one that was in Oxnard, which from Orange County is about a 3-hour drive. And we also had to pick up our bassist who lived in Long Beach. So it was like an hour and a half to get to her and then 2 hours from Long Beach and then to cut back to Long Beach to drop her off. Me and my drummer who live close to each other, we got home, I think, at like 4 in the morning.
Damn.
And
That's just too much, man.
it was fun as fuck, but it was weird because like you watch Haggis go on at like 1 in the morning and we're like, oh, the show's almost over. And I was like, oh, we got like 4 hours of driving ahead of us. Like it was fun, but oh god, it was not worth it.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of how I felt about our last bunker show. I mean, we got a really good reaction, so that was nice. But I don't know, man. Having to be up at like 3:30 after getting home at like, well, no, I guess I got up at like 4:30, but it was too much, man. Too much, you know.
You were a trooper to play it.
Yeah, it was worth it. It definitely was worth it at the end. I don't know what I'm talking about. It was sick. I wish I could have stayed. You know.
Brain tourniquet was sick.
Yeah, they were cool.
How close are all the cities in North Carolina?
Well, like Raleigh to Greensboro is like an hour and a half.
Raleigh's a pretty good location as far as it's kind of. I mean, Greensboro's an hour and a half. Wilmington's what, like 2 hours?
Yeah.
What's in the middle of all of it?
Like 2.5, 3.
Greensboro is sort of towards the middle, but there's not much to do. I grew up in the Piedmont. I grew up in Winston-Salem, and I mean, there are things that happen there. Like there's, I think, a haircut shop that does shows now, and
the barber shop.
Some smaller places, but I feel like Raleigh has a lot more going on, at least at the moment. Asheville is cool, but it's like a literal 4-hour drive from here, maybe.
Yeah, 4 hours exactly.
Shouts out to Ethan from Leachate making that drive every time we get a show in Raleigh, because he's having to drive all the way from Asheville by himself for it. I'm like, God, I can't say that I would do the same for, every show that we've been offered, but, you got to grind for grind, I guess.
Yeah.
Who has the most ridiculous like distance between them and their band members? Like how far do your
everybody in my
we're
band
at 4 hours.
Your band is 4 hours apart from each other?
So Leachate's a 3-piece. Me, Andrew, Ethan. Andrew lives in Raleigh, so he's 30 minutes away. But then Ethan, our drummer, he's the one that lives 4 hours away.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And to make it even more fun, we've had literally one practice since 2019, and it was the day before Grindfest.
That was pretty cool.
Pretty much everybody in Fading Signal is local, but Jordan drives from Greensboro back and forth every week for practice.
Somehow I didn't realize he was in Greensboro.
Yeah, they're going to school there.
Yeah.
And I think Dylan looks like he's connected. Dylan,
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's weird because it's on my laptop, but the audio's going through my phone.
Oh, weird.
That's what I'm doing.
Well, Dylan, if you want to introduce yourself, even though you've also been in both of the other podcasts, and then we'll do a quick once through so you know who's in here.
Cool. So, hey, everybody. I'm Dylan. I used to be DJ Catastrophe at WKNC. Did the Wolfpack Slam with, I don't know if any of you guys know Austin Curley, but did that with him. A lot of like power violence, hardcore, a lot of that kind of shit. But yeah, I'm glad I came on. Sorry for taking so long.
All good. It's all good.
I guess I'll give you a quick review of who's here. You know AJ. You know Eli, I believe. You know Eli, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
We also have CJ from Leachate and like 12 other things.
Wait, is that how you pronounce it, though? I thought CJ said it was something else.
Leachate.
Yeah, so apparently the freaking A is silent, so it's just Leachate.
Huh.
Leachate. All right.
And then we also have a West Coaster. We have Tommy here with No Time Records and Corrupt Vision.
Yep. Hello.
Word. What's up?
All right. So you want to just start talking about some fucking cool music?
Yeah, I got a couple things queued up if you want to jump into playing something back and then talking about it afterwards.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share my screen. People tuning into the audio of the podcast that probably don't care about that. Let's see, sharing my screen. Where are we? So Eli, you brought up Reek Minds.
Hell yeah. This shit rules.
Do you have a song off this that you want to hear?
All right. Well, I really like the song AM, but I think you should go ahead and play the first song because it's the best representation of this whole thing. Because AM is kind of like their weird, like mid-pace, slower track. But this first track is just straight to the point, awesome, kind of weird, fucking 80s style hardcore punk, you know, the good stuff.
Cool. Well, here's End of the Trail by Reek Minds.
Hell yeah.
Badass. Did you all hear it okay?
Yeah, it cut out a little towards the end.
Yeah.
Huh.
But other than that, it was good.
That's the first time I've heard them. Tommy, are you familiar with this band being a West Coaster?
Where are they from?
Portland, Oregon?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it too.
Yeah, I like them a lot. I don't know. They do a lot of the like kind of scissor blasty, like, you know, infest-ish blast type stuff, and I like that a lot. You know, I wouldn't really call them power violence at all, but you know, it's just some good, fast, ripping, kind of weird, chaotic shit. You know, a lot of people have been comparing them to like Void style hardcore. You know, I guess that's kind of a, you know, one way to put it. You know, just kind of chaotic and weird. Yeah.
AJ, could you hear the audio okay over your phone?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like music being played over the phone, but yeah, I heard it. It was good. I liked it.
Nice. Yeah, I hadn't heard that
I got
before.
the gist of it.
Yeah.
I like that time change up, like slow down. That was really like bass oriented at the end there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I feel like it had a little bit of everything, you know? It's like fast, but they give you a little time at the end to like fucking move around a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How did you bump into that band?
I think I first saw it on the No Deal YouTube page, and they post a lot of good stuff, so I just clicked on it. But I don't know. I don't think I was expecting it to like it. I don't think I was expecting to like it as much as I did. I wasn't expecting it to go as fast, you know. So yeah, some good stuff. Hopefully they stick around for a little bit and maybe tour outside of their area, you know.
Are they a new band?
Yeah.
Is that their first thing?
No, I think they have a demo out that I haven't listened to, but I need to check it out.
Yeah, it says their demos from 2018, but I mean, you can like I feel like with our with Toe, like we did our first thing in 2018, and then I feel like we're like older band, but also newer. You know,
Yeah.
like
We've gone through a lot of we've just gone through a lot.
yeah,
A lot of transition.
Going through changes.
like 2 years on a band could be like forever on a band, or it can still be
Infancy.
early.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Portland's a really great music city. Although their hardcore scene, I think, is getting a lot. I've seen more hardcore bands pop up out of there than what it was a few years ago. And I know that a lot of people, at least here in like Southern California, don't really see Portland as like this great like mecca, only because a lot of people have issues trying to book shows up there, to the point where I knew of people out here like not refusing to work with Portland bands because of like they wouldn't be able to like play in Portland, which I think is a little dumb. But I think a lot of people are just frustrated with how much music, or like how much the people think the city like is involved with music, and like yet like shows like barely happen up there. So I think recently, like with bands like Dead Witch, it's cool seeing like hardcore and metal like come back to the city.
Which band?
Dead Witch.
Death Witch?
Dead Witch.
Oh, I haven't heard them. I need to
Cool.
check them out.
They sound a little bit like World Peace.
Oh, fuck yeah. All right. Well, that's what's up. That's some good stuff. You guys got any music you want to play?
Yeah.
Well, what's next on the list?
I got something. Oh, also, isn't that band what's it called? Dying Wish from Portland?
I'm not sure.
I mean, they're more of metalcore, I guess, but as far as popularity goes, like they've been working with some more popular bands like Knock Loose and stuff like that.
That's cool.
I
don't know.
I'm gonna send you. Huh?
I haven't heard them. I'll have to check them out.
They're very.
They have a 856 video. I'm looking them up right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you something, Will.
Cool. I was sorry I was quiet. I was trying to do a backup recording process in case there were any issues with this recording. I don't want to lose anything. All right, let's see. Oh, that's what I was going to play too. That's
Really?
That's ironically already on the list.
Okay, sick.
Do you have a favorite song off of it?
I guess the first one.
Okay. Well, what we're talking about is the Buggy demo, and it's 2 members of Gel, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's the guitarist, and he just recorded all the stuff on his own. No, maybe not. I think he might have gotten someone to do drums.
I'm looking at the their Bandcamp, and it looks like it's 2 guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and play the first song. This is
Named after the band is named after his cat.
Oh.
This first song is Smooth Talker.
I like this album cover.
I'm gonna say some bad words. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
That shit.
They're
Sounds
from,
like a band that'll play at the bunker.
Say what?
It sounds like a band that would play at the bunker.
Oh yeah.
It's got that bunker punk vibe.
Oh yeah, they'd love that there.
Maybe, I don't know. They might be too cool for that, but fucking I'm just kidding. I love those guys. But fucking yeah, that was sick. That's like exactly what I like, you know. Fucking tough ass vocals. You know, kind of had like an oi influence in there, you know.
To me, it sounds straight up Boston hardcore. Like, I mean, I know it's literally a different area, but it sounds like it sounds like Chain Rank and Boston Strangler and stuff like that to me.
Yeah, for sure. Were you ever into 86 Mentality?
I liked them, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that, just with the oi like guitar sound in there. But Boston has a lot of oi influence too, so it all kind of coincides, you know.
Yeah, I mean, when I say things sound like Boston, like I feel like it would be weird if someone said that like Toe sounded like Florida hardcore. I'd be like, well, we're literally not, but it definitely has that Boston like negative approach inspired sound.
Definitely.
I mean, I guess they had a negative approach cover, so that makes sense.
I'm sure they would agree with everything you're saying. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that shit's sick. I'm gonna listen to the rest of that later.
Yeah, good pick, AJ.
Thank you. I sent you another one, by the way, just in case, since you've already picked that one.
Cool, yeah, I just checked this out yesterday. Which song do you like?
The last one.
Are we about to listen to Three Knees Deep?
Huh?
Are we about to listen to Three Knees Deep?
No. We're about to listen to
this is the new North Carolina band.
Yeah, this is members from my band and also from 13th.
Cool. Well, this is since we didn't say it out loud, this is Eyez Wide Shut with Eyes with a Z, and this is their new demo. The song's Change.
Take away
I can't wait to check that out when I can hear it better, because it sounded like there was some filth going on at the end that desperately needs revisiting on my part.
It sounded like some pig squeals, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
Yeah.
They don't mess around.
Yeah. So they're doing it tsunami style.
I like the when is Fading Signals gonna have pinch harmonics? Now that I know that he can do them.
That might be a little bit further down the line when we go through our identity crisis.
Yeah, I liked the guitar, some of the guitar stuff on it. The vocals were cool. Didn't really care for the pig squealing myself, but I appreciate those who do that do enjoy that. You know, I enjoy plenty of my own silly things. So
I agree. I think the pig squeals were a little off-putting,
yeah,
but the main vocals were just super guttural and like intense, and I think the
yeah,
pig
they
squeals
were
kinda
pretty good.
took away for
I think
just for that little section.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's a
think you
demo.
guys need to appreciate the pig squeal more. That's the part I want to hear more of. I was like, let me just hear more Waking the Cadaver worship, please. That's all I want. All I want.
Well, honestly, I'm glad that you feel that way, because I know AJ definitely fucks with the pig squeals. I'm glad he's got.
I love the pig squeals.
Yeah, I'm glad he's got someone in his corner for this fight.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
used
ever
to
hear
listen to Dr. Acula. We'll give it away.
I do see you posting about them.
Didn't know.
You ever hear a
Didn't know
ska
from
band?
time to time.
In
You ever hear
2010, would this
Scott?
be a band that would play the brewery? I feel like.
Who, this band that we just listened to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. You know,
I
You ever hear a ska
actually
band?
never got to go to the brewery.
I only went to the brewery once, but they it was like a mix of like the modern hardcore stuff, like Terror, you know, and like Bridge Nine bands, and then like they would have a lot of deathcore shows and like, you know, Hot Topic style shows or whatever, you know. But
Was it an actual brewery?
It wasn't.
No,
That wasn't.
they didn't have a bar.
They had a bar, but they weren't brewing.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't an actual. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So Tommy, because you're not a North Carolina person, this place was, I guess, a big mainstay of like 80s hardcore. Like, I think
Yeah.
they played there, and COC
Didn't
probably
Suicidal
played there.
Tendencies play there?
Yeah, but it morphed over many years. So I'm not originally from Raleigh. I moved here and went to college here, and it definitely was like a metalcore place ever since I was in town here, like 18 years ago. So it's been, there are people that miss it for being a hardcore staple who are like 50 years old, and then there's people that miss it that are like Spencer's Gift looking like hardcore metalcore people.
That sounds exactly like what happened to Chain Reaction here, which was in the 90s was like a huge deal for like hardcore punk, and then in the early 2000s it just became a like where metalcore and like pop punk shows happened.
I mean, I don't hate on the brewery. It's like 3 blocks, or it used to be 3 blocks from my house, and I saw Pelican play there. I saw plenty of like NC metalcore, like Eli. You ever mess with that band Scarlet on Tribunal?
I've heard of them. Yeah, I've heard of them. Were they from here?
That's a great question. I don't think
they
so,
were from here.
but they toured through probably because of Tribunal Records.
Yeah. I want to say they went on to be like in like some more bigger like more like mainstream metalcore type band later on, but I can't remember who.
Yeah, I got the internet in front of me, so I can figure that out. I think I saw the movie Life there. I mean, I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, but I liked it.
I don't know. I don't even know who that is.
It's like a Revelation Records emo band.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Do you like Texas Is the Reason?
I never got huge into them, but
Yeah.
I respect the sound of that.
I fuck with that shit.
People in Scarlet were in Spitfire.
Okay. I remember that. I've heard of that band too.
Haste the Day.
Yeah, that's the one. They were the bigger one, I want to say.
Yeah, and there's one guy that apparently played in this band Fun Size, which is a Richmond, Virginia punk band that I remember seeing that seems like a weird connection there. But
Okay, maybe they were from Virginia then. I feel like they were from somewhere around here.
Maybe their Discogs image is pretty ridiculous looking. With like,
sweet.
Yeah. I'll leave it there. Leave it at that. Before I forget the song I wanted to play, I forgot until just a second ago that Assholeparade had a new demo come out this year, and I'm gonna cue that up. Oh, they do a Gangs cover on here. That's pretty sick. I'll just play the third song. Any of y'all like Assholeparade?
Love them.
Yeah, I do. Fuck yeah.
I feel like they should be an East Coast staple, but they fall off people's radar, and I think that's unfortunate. Like when I booked them with Sex Prisoner, feel like people sort of drifted out after Sex Prisoner. I'm like, what? Like Assholeparade's about to play like.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know. I remember I stayed for Assholeparade, and I don't know. It seemed like people weren't as into it as Sex Prisoner, which I don't know. I mean, I can kind of see that. Sex Prisoner is they're sick, you know. And I don't know. They have lots of breakdowns and stuff, you know. People like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but here's a new 2020 Assholeparade song called Bury Us.
That was awesome.
Yeah. AJ, what did you think?
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Hell
I like that. Yeah, sounds pretty proficient for you know, a band that I'm sure, you know, they're all a bit older, and you know, it's hard to fucking blast beat when you're fucking. It's hard to blast beat all the time, you know. It sucks. So, and you're fucking been doing it for fucking years. I'm sure it hurts a little more, you know. So props to them.
When was their last release before this?
That's a great question. The last thing I remember, and I'm looking it up, so I'm cheating, But the last thing I remembered is that Slight Slapper split.
Damn, so this has been a long time for them.
Slight Slappers was 2011. Yep, that's the last thing, 9 years ago.
Fuck
I
yeah.
wonder if
Not
no,
that
I
shit.
What were you saying, Tommy?
I was wondering if No Idea is gonna handle because I know on the Bandcamp it says that they have a full length coming, and I'm curious if No Idea is gonna be handling it or not.
I think No Idea folded.
They folded distro, but I don't know about the label side of it. They might have.
The tape release is on Belladonna Records, which I want to say is maybe one of the guys from Palatka, and I think that's another Florida band that they're all homies with. So I assume that same label will do the LP.
Black is pretty cool. I've only heard their stuff on the Possessed Escape comp, but it always stuck out to me. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, they did a split with Assholeparade a long time ago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. What are you guys doing with all your free time?
Wishing I was
Not a new
practicing.
EP.
You don't have drums near you, AJ?
I mean, they're at Dylan's house, but I don't really get time to go over there very often.
Damn. You need a drum pad like Eli has.
I do. It's kind of Dylan has some electric drums that I've been wanting to bring over here, but it's kind of hard with the apartment building. I got people above and below me. I'm scared about that kick drum.
Oh yeah.
I've been looking at going back to school. It's my time.
Nice.
Well, why not? You got a computer. That's like all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
all you need.
It's not very grind, but you know, really cool.
I'm an essential employee, baby.
Nice, dude.
So you're doing that remote work?
No, I'm going to work. I work in a warehouse.
Oh.
I distribute beverages to all the grocery stores and shit.
Do you
So
do
I'm just
wine?
doing. What's that?
Or do you do alcohol, or is it like sodas and teas and shit?
Yeah, it's mostly beer.
Oh, so you do, okay. Do you guys have weird rules with that on the East Coast?
What do you mean?
We got
Like,
some-
what kind of rules?
Like, my old bandmate worked for a wine distributor, and he was telling me that like it was something along the lines of like you need like only specific companies could do it, and it was just like weird ass laws like that dated back to like the Prohibition era. I could be misremembering, but I remember it being really weird.
I have no idea. I'm doing it through a temp agency, so I'm technically not even an actual employee. But
Oh, true.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I forgot to mention. I know CJ's done some new music with Joey Oldoff. I actually have that queued up where I can play it real fast too.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. I got the video, but the video is just like, I guess that works. Let's see.
Yeah, it's just a still image.
So this is CJ and Joey's band, Locust Reign. This is the right thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make sure I click the right thing. All right, here we go.
Horror has a face, and you must make a friend of horror. Horror and moral terror.
That was sick.
I was trying.
I need
Yeah,
to listen to
good,
that. Not through a phone speaker.
I was trying hard not to bop along because I didn't want to be corny and like group my own shit.
What is that called again? What's the name of that?
The name of the band is Locust Reign.
Yeah.
REIGN.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, REIGN.
After a
Yeah,
great song.
So what? Yes, and what's funny? So we started last week, and Joseph programmed everything, and I just did the vocals for it. And we agreed, yeah, cyber grind, straight agoraphobic nosebleed worship. So we were like looking through different A and B songs, and then I was looking at their split with Converge. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna name us after a Converge song from the A and B split.
Well, yeah,
It's like one of my
that
favorite
song too.
ever.
Yeah, I
What'd
was
you
really
say?
surprised that. You what?
No, sorry. Keep going.
Oh, yeah, I was kind of surprised that the name wasn't already taken.
Yeah,
So I was
me
like,
too.
all right, cool. Yeah, seems like someone would have used it by now, considering their splits like, you know, it's like from like the 99 or 2000, 2001, something like that. It's an old one, so
It's
fans
awesome,
had time. They slept on it, man.
dude.
Are you into prosthetic cunt?
I have no idea. I just found out about that band's name today because I saw where, like, I think someone from Mortician is opening a record store that I think Devin from Sanguis Sugabog is like working at or like recording with them or something. And like I saw that name on on like a little advertisement online earlier today, but I don't know anything about it.
Like,
Does it
were they
rock?
gonna name the record store that?
No idea.
It's just, you were talking about like A and B worship type, just crazy, you know, drum machine type shit, and that's just another band that came to mind.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know. My band Leachate, one of the first things we did was a pretty much the same exact thing, just A and B worship. But we ended up releasing the whole EP as one track on a comp that I put out, and it was like 10 songs in 2 minutes or something like that.
Nice.
That part is we only know how to actually like play one of those songs. So our 3-second song, Flat Tire, that's semi-retired. It's the only song we remember how to play from that.
Tell me the
You're
process
doing,
of.
you're doing better than A and B.
I heard 2 voices at once, but I don't know what you said.
So you're doing better than A and B so far.
I don't know, man. I love me some A and B, but I appreciate that. Thank you.
No, I just mean as far as playing songs live.
Oh, yeah. Haven't they only done like 2 shows ever?
Now that I'm
Like their
thinking
first
about
show
it,
was
I think they have played a show or two.
Yeah. Like
I think it was
Locust
at
Reign, we haven't.
some set somewhere.
Yeah, I know like their first one was at a Maryland Death Fest like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But I think maybe they've done like 1 show internationally. I don't really remember. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be cool to do live shows with Locust Reign. We haven't talked at all about doing it because, you know, pandemic. So yeah, you know, we'll see what happens. We have a EP coming out soon. I don't know if I can say the name of the label that it's coming out on yet because we haven't talked about that. And then we already have more stuff getting written. We're looking at doing a split with Junt later this year, so should be a good fun time.
Tell me the process
Looking forward to it.
Forming the band and collaborating during this time.
Yeah. So I've been bored as shit at my house, and I just put up a Facebook post saying, "Hey, who wants to like do an A and B worship band?" And Joe was one of the first people to hit me. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And he sent me some instrumentals. I was like, fuck, these are good. Let me yell over it real quick. And then I just spent, an afternoon or whatever just working on lyrics for all, 4 minutes of material and just busted it out in my room. I actually went live, just to be goofy, I went live on Instagram while I was recording it, so like no one could hear what was actually playing, but they could even be like, nope, that take was trash, let's try again, this one sucks too, this one's good, all right, next song. Like, I think I recorded it on, if today's Tuesday, like I think I actually recorded it on like Wednesday or Thursday of last week.
Nice. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you played guitar on there or if it was you're just doing vocals.
Just doing vocals on this one, which I'm stoked for.
And the lyric content is mainly exotic.
No, so we got 6 songs coming out. That first one, Mantelpiece, it's just about killing capitalists, and like mantelpiece comes from the lyrics because I think I don't have the lyrics in front of me, but it's like send out the guillotine, sever the head, my prize trophy on my mantelpiece, collect the dead. And it's just like, having the head of like the person you just chopped off on the mantle. There's that one. Let me see if I can find this shit. Hold up. I'll be right back. Well, I have it all written down. Yeah, here we go. All right, I found it. Let's see. I'm also a notary public for the state of North Carolina, and I wrote all of my lyrics in my notary book here, my little stenographer book. Yeah. So that one.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. If anyone needs anything notarized, hit your boy up. Yeah, that one's about killing capitalists. Second song is about, it's corny enough to say, but it's about COVID. Third song is about Joe Biden being a rapist. Fourth song is about landlords being leeches. Fifth song is about Carol Baskin from Big Cat Rescue. You may know her famously as Carol Baskin from Tiger King. And then we got one more song about another character from Tiger King.
Which one?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Wait, which character?
James Garretson, the walking Chucky doll.
Oh, that dude.
Like, yeah.
I don't remember.
I love the scene where he's just like randomly driving a jet ski.
Oh yeah, the fucking eye of the tiger in the background.
Dude, that guy, there's a scene in the show Eastbound and Down. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, with what's his name?
I forget Danny McBride.
Yeah.
There's a scene that's just like that fucking scene where that dude is riding his jet ski. It's like it's all dramatic and shit like that. It was
Oh yeah.
That guy was a fuck.
Everybody in that whole thing was a fuck.
Yeah, they were all just terrible.
As someone without a Netflix, can someone explain what Tiger King's about in like 1 minute?
God, it's about like
it's just about a man and his tigers. Man and his tigers.
Crazy rednecks with tigers.
And just shenanigans.
Have you ever seen The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia?
Yeah.
No, what is that about?
It's about this family, the White family in West Virginia. They're all descendants of this like famous tap dancer named Jessica White. And it's just about how the whole family just has a really bad drug problem and is super duper trashy. So
everybody in the town fucking hates them.
Yeah. So move that between Oklahoma and Florida and throw in some tigers, and you're getting there. You're getting there.
How did he afford tigers?
And murder.
Yeah, only $2,000.
Murder.
Attempted murder.
Yeah.
I think he
So,
was.
He got a tiger.
think-
He got a tiger for $2,000.
Well, he got his first tiger from like, I think he like was working at a like a little backyard zoo or something like that when he was like a teenager in his 20s. I'm trying to remember like the first couple episodes. And then the dude that he was working for gave him his first tiger, and then somehow he bought a couple more, and then eventually started breeding the tigers. And he's got like he's in prison now, but he had like over 250 tigers at one point.
What
Like-
the fuck?
Yeah, fucking crazy.
Oh, and there's another dude, another tiger owner who lives in South Carolina who I guess evidently runs a sex cult that is based around his zoo and his tigers.
As you would.
Yup.
As you would.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you have to get someone's password, Tommy, because that is straight up the most entertaining shit I'd ever seen in my life. Like 30 seconds in, I was like, this is about to be great. And then after first episode, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is my favorite show. And then after a second, I was like, this is definitely the best show I've ever seen in my life.
I've heard
I'm
like
in the
people
middle
either
of
like
watching a second time.
I've heard people either like hate it or love it.
Yeah, the only people that I've seen that hate it and refuse to watch it are because, like, you know, it's a show that's partially about a backyard zoo. Like, of course there's going to be animal abuse. You think these people give a shit about the animals? No. But, like, if you can stomach watching animals in cages, then you can get to how fucking insane it is. Oh, my God, it is such a wild ride. Like, me and my whole house, we binged it in the first day. We were like, yeah, this is great.
Is there a hero in it, or you're just watching a bunch of really awful, trashy people?
I would say that
there's like one person that's not a total piece of shit.
Well, I think they do the storyline the way a lot of these things do, that you are like, oh man, this one person is the good person, and then they flip that on its side. So you sort of have to watch it, because
The thing is, the one person that's like not a fucking psychopath is like a side character. Like, they're not really even part of the storyline. They're just kind of there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, you get your arm. I don't want to get it. I don't want to like give anything away.
Don't give anything away.
You know, Tommy, I don't want to give away what happens in the first 3 seconds of episode 2, but all you gotta know is Staff is a badass. Honestly, like, I think everyone that worked for Joe Exotic, except for Joe himself, was, you know, pretty good. Like, the dude that was smoking a cigarette inside of a shed full of open gas containers. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good dude. The guy with no legs, he seemed like a pretty good dude too. You know?
Yeah. They were all just involved with such shitty people.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta watch it, Tommy. Oh my God, you gotta watch it. All these memes on the internet will finally make sense.
Oh my God.
They're so fucking good.
Has anyone started a tiger-themed band yet? Tiger King-themed band?
No, but I am considering getting a mullet.
It's hard to see, but you know, I got one. I actually got the mullet for Greasy Grindfest. I was like, what's the greasiest haircut I can get? Let's get it. Let's fucking.
And then
show
you're
up.
like,
Man,
oh, I could cut. And then you're like, oh, I could cut this later. And it's like, oh, I can't go to a barbershop right now.
Nah, I'm just gonna rock with it. But like, if I could dye it blonde, oh, I already know that I'm gonna be the fucking Tiger King himself for Halloween. Like, there's no way I can't not do it. I just got to get my mustache a little trashier, and we're fucking good to go. I got time. Set realistic goals.
Do you think Halloween will be canceled?
Everything's
I
canceled.
hope not. I hope
Dude,
it
if I got
doesn't
to,
go that long.
If I have to do a Zoom Halloween party, so be it.
Speaking of canceled, I did want to talk about Sound and the Fury Fest being announced during all of this. Seems a little wild.
I think July is far enough out where you could be like, it'll probably be okay, but at the same time, it's like, great, now you're going to get a whole bunch of people to pre-order tickets, and it's just not happening. So I think it was like a damned if you do, damned if you don't for them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. As someone who is an employee of Live Nation and gets a bit of a better insight on music industry stuff than most DIY kids who comment on every little thing, I'm not feeling confident that July is a realistic goal for anyone to be doing anything, especially touring or like flying across the country just to play one show. Like, that's just, it's so ambitious, and the only way that it could realistically pull off is if America could collectively like get its shit together and commit to staying at home, which we can't because we're us. So
I think it's because the thing is, like, with
You heard that,
California, we
motherfucker?
might be.
Stay inside.
Because I think the thing with like California is we're kind of ahead of the game. Instead of like other states like taking this seriously, like we were one of the first to like issue the whole like county and statewide lockdown shit. So California in July might be more or less okay, but there might still be restrictions on like large gatherings of like, maybe they up it to 100 people, but like Sound and Fury I think is like 2,000 people or even more than that at this point. It's at a fairground now, which I'm assuming they're expecting it to be huge. So I can imagine like a lot of music festivals just not happening just due to the sheer amount of people, at those things.
Like we already know Coachella canceled, and then Bonnaroo has already rescheduled their shit to September. And like at the end of the day, I want it to go well for Sound and Fury, but I think it's a little short-sighted to go ahead and announce it, knowing that there's no guarantee that shit's going to be Gucci in July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you also have to think about like, okay, cool. California is okay, but what about all the touring bands that have to, try to leave and then come back to their own states?
Yeah.
Right.
There's so many variables.
You're mixing people from different places that might have different quarantines or etc. Yeah.
What was the last show everybody went to before all this shit?
I don't remember a time before shit.
What are you talking about? It's been 4 years.
I know the last show I went to before all this went down, it was a show at King's here in Raleigh. It was my friends in the Nude Party. Little, like, I guess, like 70s sounding garage rock was kind of the closest thing I know to compare it to. But it was a super fucking fun show. And their percussionist, Austin, me and him used to have a band in college. And actually, KJ from Occident was our singer at the time, along with Charlie Holt from Rainbow Kitten Surprise. She played bass for us, and our friend Aaron played guitar. He lives in Detroit now, but yeah, Bros' band came down, so it's like I got to see my friends fucking rock it out and wear bolo ties. It was a good time.
Really? Bolo ties are sick.
We got lucky because we were planning on taking March, April, and May off of shows with my band. So our last show was on the 5th, and that was right when it was like, oh, this is like getting bad. But we played a ska show. We played our album release show 2 weeks prior. Then we played with like a grindcore show with can't think of it. Fentanyl, which is Derek from World Peace, and then I think the lead singer Justice Prophet, and then someone from X No Right X, which is like there's like a kind of a super group of like Bay Area bands, and then we played with them the week after, and then the week after that we played with a couple ska bands, one from New Zealand and one from Texas, and then like literally like we played like I think on like a Thursday, and then that Monday was like, oh, everything's canceled. So we got kind of lucky not having to cancel any of our shows.
We had to cancel like everything. we were supposed to be going on tour this summer, but if what you were saying is true about that kind of stuff not being ready until, what'd you say, like August or something like that, August, September?
Hopefully, all I can speak for is what my venue, because I work at the Ritz in Raleigh, and if you look at our website, it's reflecting, obviously everything in March is canceled. Everything in April has been canceled or postponed. So based on the website, the early estimate is, May, that, big touring national acts are going to be going back on the road. But,
yeah,
we all know it's subject to change just depending on, what goes on with the COVID.
Because now with the shelter in place,
coronavirus,
it's extended to April 30th now.
Do what now?
I think so, yeah.
With
30th.
nationwide, yeah.
Oh, damn. I missed that update. I heard that Virginia's was till like the end of June, but that was some days ago when I heard that, so it might be new by now.
What are you guys going to do with your Trump bucks?
Pay my tax.
I'm going to do the James Garrettson thing and take a jet ski ride around to Eye of the Tiger,
Just rent a jet ski for a couple hours.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm going to do with my Trump change.
Yeah, this tiger. Talking about how cheap it is to buy a tiger, and everyone's getting $1,000. This is a King movie. Maybe it didn't come out at the right time.
You guys want to pool our money together and start a zoo?
Absolutely. I'm glad someone else said it. I was thinking it.
CJ, have you ever been to that sketchy zoo near Wilmington?
Hell yes, I did. That place fucking sucks. When I was a kid, I went there on like a couple school field trips. It was Totemin Zoo at the time, tote them in. And they definitely bought animals from Joe Exotic. And like 1,000%. And so, Tommy, at one point during Tiger King, they show a map of the U.S. and they're like, "Oh, here's everywhere that we know Joe sold an animal to." I'm like, "Oh, hey, look, there's Wilmington, right there."
No.
And like growing up, there was just so much evidence of like animals being like malnourished and just in not good health. And I just remember going as a kid, I was like, "Dude, all these animals look so sad to be here right now." And I left just for shiggles, I went and left a negative review on Facebook. I was like, "Man, this place has sucked since my class trip in '99." And like some lady today left a comment. It was a link to a YouTube video, and it was a slideshow of pictures of animals, and it was like, "Oh, look how happy these animals are! Don't believe all the slander against us." I'm like, "Nah,
like, I went there. It sucks.
Video. I got a thumb down this YouTube video that has 10 views." Awful.
Was it at least pictures from the actual zoo, or was it just slideshow of like happy animals? And I was like, "See, these are happy."
It was like pictures from like an African savanna or something.
Yeah.
Like, look at this expanse.
It's like, we do not have a waterfall in Wilmington. Where is this picture from?
I can't think of the last time I was there, but in Santa Ana there's a zoo, and my dad always just called it the Sad Monkey Zoo because you would go there and there was like 2 monkeys just all sad and shit. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
A zoo does not need to be in the middle of a city.
Oh, I went to
start
the
beef.
zoo in Florida somewhere that was it from what I saw in the documentary, it looked almost exactly the same as Doc Antle's zoo, and they did the whole, taking pictures with the tiger cubs and all that shit. And I mean, it was fun when I was there because I was a little kid, but then I watched that and I looked back on it and I was like, they definitely bought some shit from him.
Yeah. Like when we were watching that, one of our roommates was like, "Oh, that's kind of cute." I was like, "Do you know how sedated all those animals are right now? Like they are on so much tranquilizer so that way they don't just like maul everyone that's right there." But I'm gonna use my platform on this podcast to start beef with Tregenbow Zoo, Wilmington, North Carolina, on Carolina Beach Road. The front door is an ugly ass lion head, and you walk through its mouth. That place is trash. And I'm ready to hear their diss track.
Fuck them.
Go. Called out.
What's the name of the zoo?
Tregenbow Zoo.
Hey, yo, fuck Tregenbow Zoo.
Zoo.
I just looked him up, and that is probably the ugliest lion head I've ever seen.
It looks.
I know, like, goddamn.
That lion head is sick, but I can tell that it's sketchy. And then when I watched Tiger King, I was curious. I'm like, I feel like there's this sketchy of a zoo like right down the street from here, because like I'd always wondered about that place. And as a vegan, I'm like, I'm not ever going inside of there because I know what's going to be in there. And looking it up on Yelp and looking at people's photos, it looks like a horrible time.
From what I'm looking at Google Images, and it just looks like a trailer with a lion's head painted onto it. All of the pictures of the animals are just like they're laying in a cage on a concrete floor.
Yep.
That's that. I remember one time when I was in high school, I used to live in one of the neighborhoods behind that place, and there was like an emergency news report. They're like, "Yeah, there's a tiger loose. Stay inside." I was like, "Oh shit, word? All right." It ain't supposed to be like that. Not here. Just wild. Do y'all have any other zoos you want to start beef with? Let's put them on blast.
The picture on their website is a tiger sat in a cage. That's not like this looks like it'd be like a PETA like announcement of like, hey, look how awful this tiger's treated. Like this is like, nah, we're gonna put this on our own website. Oh my god.
Well, we lost Eli, but we keep losing people, but I don't know why.
Who's still here?
CJ just dropped off, so it's
no CJ.
It's you, AJ, Tommy, and me. But since he sent these in, I might as well keep playing some music. AJ, are you familiar with End It?
Yes, End It is awesome.
Okay.
I think it was Eli who was, or no, that was Hummel. But we were talking about trying to play a show with them at some point before all this shit happened.
Cool. They're Baltimore, band from Baltimore.
Yes. Cool.
Well, I'm gonna play a song. I think Eli actually went to bed like a chump. But we'll play.
It's only 6:30 here. Go all night.
A show at the bunker would have started like an hour from now.
I might actually head out here in a little bit too because I've got to be up early.
Yeah, well, let me play one. Let me play one last song since you like End It, and then we'll all end it after End It.
And then we'll end it.
Yeah. This
got it. First, end it.
This
Good.
Is the first song off of whatever Eli sent me called Hardhead.
Once was a thought inside my head. Oh, I'd be sturdy wasn't a passing phase. No pump taking more shot in the dark. I can say with every ounce of my being, hardcore is down my heart. Pigeonhole inside my thoughts, myself in the pain to keep an incarnate true good or bad. That's my cross to bear. I'm in the basic way of fucking you. What a point of finger, the finger way in front of me. Just staring at a mirror. Wonder what I don't see. What don't see?
I was sick.
I love those vocals.
I like the
Love those
duplicated vocals at the end.
Like the kind of the guitar, not squealing, but just kind of the change up towards the end.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a guitar solo, and they just sort of squealed it out there, and then the song was over.
Yeah, that's hardcore though.
Yeah.
If a solo is more than eight measures, it's officially metal. 8 counts. Yeah, if it's more than 8 counts, it's metal.
Y'all have anything else to talk about? I mean, we can all. This is easy enough. We're not doing anything. We can always pop up another podcast next week the same way. But
I'm always down.
Yeah, I'd be down.
I shot you something, Will, but we don't have to listen to it.
yeah, I think we'll hold it for next week.
Cool.
But I'll check it out myself because I'm sure it's cool. Any shout outs? Any, I mean.
Shout out to Eyez Wide Shut
Hell yeah.
for putting out their demo.
Yeah, I didn't even know that Cam sings, so that's cool.
CJ pimped your label, so I don't feel bad.
Shouts out Shirley Road Records. Shouts out Leachate, Gentrified Swamp, out April 24th from Will.
Hey!
Hey. Shouts out to Riley from Basilica for recording that. Great old time.
Tommy, you got stuff coming out soon that you're trying to shout out, that you're embarrassed to shout out?
I got way too much coming. Holy shit. I had fucking 400 tapes show up on last, I think, Thursday, so I've just been in my room just making tapes because I have nothing else to. We got stuff from Rash Decision, The Domestics, Surfer James, Jody Faster, Haste, Sarcasm. We're doing something special with Livid, which Will already preemptively announced, but
I think I unannounced it.
Yeah, Jacob messaged me. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And I was like, "Dude, I deleted Facebook. I don't know what." He's like, "He announced it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was fuck. What else we got coming? Stupid henchman. Fucking. I got way too much. If you like ska, if you like grindcore, if you like pop punk, I kind of do a little bit of everything. So No Time Records is the shit I do.
Where do we find No Time Records?
So our Bandcamp is notimeforfun.bandcamp.com, and our Instagram is at notimerecords.oc.
Hell yeah. How do we find Shirley Road Records?
Shirley Road Records is on Instagram as Shirley Road Records, on Facebook as Shirley Road Records, on Bandcamp as bandcamp.shirleyroadrecords.com. Gmail address, shirleyroadrecords@gmail.com.
Now put your home
the
address.
most recent.
How do I Venmo Shirley Road Records directly? 20
DJ
cents.
Coronado at Venmo.com.
Hey, what's your social security?
Yeah. So we got 386. No, I'm playing. Most recent thing I put out was there's a sick death metal band from Sweden called Carnesis. We just put out a record together with Satnath Records out of Russia. It's called Dogma of the Deceased. If you're a fan of like Black Dye Murder, Revocation, Entomb, check it out. It's fucking gnarly. Not to like fanboy over something that I worked with, but like it's legit the most excited I've been to hear like a melodic death metal thing since like when I first got into Black Dahlia. So, you know, definitely keep your attention on them. If death metal's up your alley, I can't get enough of the new album so far.
Hell yeah. And AJ, where do we find Fading Signal?
At fadingsignal.bandcamp.com.
Hell yeah.
And that's it. We don't have it anywhere else.
Badass. We'll do this next week. How's that?
Hell yeah. That works.
Sick.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure having you all on here. Sorry for our fallen soldiers who have already come and left us. But they can't shout out anything because they didn't stick the hour and a half out. So,
way she goes.
Y'all be safe out there in this crazy world, and I'll talk to y'all soon.
Have a good one, Will. Have
Take
a good
care,
one,
everybody.
CJ.
All right. See
Peace
ya.
out. See ya.
Later.